Welcome. My name is Mike Bills and I'm the Product Line Manager for Collaboration at Micro Focus. Today we want to talk about GroupWise and the product roadmap. Many of you are probably already familiar with the collaboration portfolio at Micro Focus. However, just in case you're not, let's briefly go over the products that make up this portfolio. First, we have GroupWise and all of its components, which include GroupWise Mobility Services and Messenger, and also Vibe. With these two main product lines, we can provide features that enhance team collaboration and communication in key areas such as mobility and sync, email, calendaring, contacts, presence and instant messaging, tasks and workflows, content management, social business features, and team and individual workspaces. Today, we're just going to concentrate though on GroupWise and its roadmap. Before we go over the roadmap, let's pause for a moment and take a look at the collaboration vision and strategy for this portfolio. This is really a 3-year statement of where we want to be in this portfolio over the next 3 years. The key to this is the vision. To be able to provide unified, instant, and persistent exchange of messages, including the relevant files and the communication history to enhance team collaboration, is the vision statement for this portfolio. The goal of the portfolio over the next 3 years is to enhance these products to bring you solutions that work together, communicate together, that enhance team collaboration. The main strategic points that you'll see us focus on in the next 3 years is first to focus on enhancing team collaboration and social business features to blur the lines between instant and persistent team collaboration. Within GroupWise, we have a very good story within our email and our persistent communication. And we also have a great story with our instant messaging application for instant messaging. We need to be able to bring those closer together to blur those lines between instant and persistent communication, add the files that make team collaboration more relevant, and bring them together. So look for us to focus on that over the course of the next 3 years. Next, look for us to simplify the pricing and packaging by bringing GroupWise Mobility Services and Messenger into a common versioning, administration, and user provisioning implementation. Another key point in the strategy is to identify and implement a powered by plan for the long term. Going forward, this will become what our cloud strategy will be for the collaboration portfolio. Our fourth key strategy point is to be able to build customer and partner communities and include them, which means you, in the definition of our priorities. Look for us to embrace our customers and our communities and include you in the definition of our priorities, meaning our upcoming features and new releases. The first implementation of that is our Ideas portal. If you haven't seen this already, I highly encourage you to visit the Ideas portal for GroupWise and for Vibe. In the past, many of you have submitted enhancement requests to us only to wonder what has happened with them. The idea behind the Ideas portal is to give you visibility and see what other customers are also asking for. The way I want you to use this portal is to visit it, search for your idea or your enhancement request and see if somebody has already submitted it. If they have, vote for it. If they haven't, put it in so that others can vote for your idea. This gives us visibility into what most of our customers are asking for. Our goal is to be able to go through and pick some of the top ideas and deliver them to you in each release. We implemented the Ideas portal just a few short weeks ago, and already product management, the engineering team, was able to see some of the top ideas that you had. We picked the top idea, we've implemented it, it's available to you today in the public beta for the next release of GroupWise, and will be available as a full feature when we release the next version of GroupWise that we're going to talk about on the roadmap. This demonstrates to you our commitment to embracing our customer and our partner communities and include you in the definition of priorities. Now let's talk about some of the new and upcoming releases of GroupWise. Before we do, I want to throw a disclaimer out there that this section is about the future and future releases and is due to market changes, customer enhancement requests, and who knows what else may occur in this portfolio, and the information is subject to change. This represents the future as we know it at the time of this recording. So on this collaboration roadmap, we're going to specifically talk about what's happening in GroupWise. and I want to talk about what's happening in the second half of 2015 and also show you what we're looking forward to in the first and second halves of 2016. Now, hopefully all of you are aware that we're getting very close to releasing GroupWise 2014 R2 in the second half of 2015. This is going to come late in the year. This is a major release for GroupWise and the second major release in the 2014 product line. The main features that you're going to see here is being able to support native Mac clients. We have some regulatory and compliance security updates, and also many client usability enhancements that I'll talk about in some upcoming slides. We also plan to release in the second half of 2015 the next version of GroupWise Mobility Services, or GMS, 2014 R2. Now, this is a new versioning for GroupWise Mobility Service. The previous version was 2.1, but look for us to rebrand this to go with the version of GroupWise that it is built upon. The two main features that you'll see in GMS 2014 R2 is support for the Outlook client as a desktop with GroupWise as the backend over the ActiveSync protocol, and we can also support the Outlook mobile app as a client with GroupWise on the backend, also over the ActiveSync protocol. And I'll talk about those on some upcoming slides. In the first half of 2016, we also look to have the first support pack, SP1, for GroupWise 2014 R2. There'll be quality enhancements, web access improvements, and also custom ideas implementations. In the past, you've been used to seeing support packs that only contained fixes, and we will still have fixes in each support pack. In addition to that, I want you to get used to us delivering new features that are of value to you as customers in each release, including support packs. So we're going to talk about custom ideas implementation, and what this is we'll look at the ideas portal and see some of the top requests that we can implement and then bring them to you in each release. As we get closer to that release, look for us to communicate exactly what features will be delivered to you. Also in the first half of 2016, we'd like to release GroupWise Mobility Services 2014 R2 SP1 as well. The main themes around this will be able to provide SLES 12 support for the GMS server and also ActiveSync updates, things that we haven't completed in the ActiveSync protocol, like vacation rules from iOS devices. We'll also be looking at some of your top enhancement ideas from the ideas portal that we can bring to you in that time frame. Now, all those releases we just talked about I've marked in red, meaning they're planned and we want to hit those time frames. As we get closer to it, look to more specific features that will be delivered to you. The next thing I want to talk about is in the second half of 2016, we would like to deliver to you the next major release of GroupWise, GroupWise 2017. So we've got that pegged in the future, and the reason that is we want to hit this time frame with it, and that's what we're working towards. But here I'm not going to talk about specific features that are available yet. Look for us to narrow that down as we get closer to that release. However, there are certain themes that we're going to target in this release of GroupWise 2017. First being mobility, being able to improve the mobile device features and functions with GroupWise Mobility. We'd like to see some filer integration this time frame, and to always continue to enhance and improve web access and the desktop client for users. Security is always a major concern for us, and we're always bringing you updates to security to secure your email and regulatory compliance and any other trends that are happening in the industry. We also understand that one of our top value propositions in the GroupWise product line is total cost of ownership, or TCO. So look for us to concentrate on features like improved handling of attachments and ongoing enhancements that make it easy to use, thereby lowering your cost of ownership. And as we said in the vision statement, look for us to build in features around social business and collaborative email that makes team communication easier. One of the things I'd like to see in this release is integrated Messenger into the GroupWise web administration console, so that you're administering GroupWise and Messenger from the same location, and having a common LDAP source for both GroupWise and Messenger users. One of the key takeaways that I want you to have from the slide is to understand that we're looking for more releases, a more frequent iterative release schedule for GroupWise than we've had in the past. This means more investment into this product line. Now let's specifically talk about the releases that we have upcoming in the second half of 2015. The first is GroupWise 2014 R2. And I've mentioned to you this a couple of times during this presentation. Look for this to be released at the later part of 2015. The main feature themes for this release is to have native Mac clients supported as a GroupWise client via CalDAV and CardDAV. This means if you're a Mac user, you can use the native mail and calendaring and address book apps on your Mac as the clients and connect to GroupWise on the back end. We have quite a few usability enhancements, such as pictures in the system address book, quick tasks and flagging. This is where if you're on a mobile device, you can flag a device to follow up and it will sync to the GroupWise client, or vice versa. You can mark an item as follow up in your GroupWise client, and that will also sync to your mobile device. There are great new features like propose new time on appointments and the invite to appointments. This is an addition to the existing delegate feature. Now, for more information on those, there are great blogs that I have written on those features at novell.com/gwblog, so please check that out. You also see some regulatory and compliant and secure email enhancements. GroupWise 2014 R2 is 508 certified. We've added some new single sign-on options, and we can have no archive and no delete on folders and items if the administrator allows it. So if the administrator allows this, you can flag an item or a folder to be exempt from archive or delete policies and keep them in your GroupWise mail store. So again, look for these features in GroupWise 2014 R2 that is due out late 2015. In that same time frame, we'll also release GroupWise Mobility Service, or GMS, 2014 R2. The main feature themes for this release is to be able to have Outlook 2013 as a desktop client and support that against a GroupWise backend. Now, we've had this available since the previous release of GMS 2.1 that came out earlier this year. That was in a tech preview. It wasn't officially supported. This is the release that will officially support Outlook as a desktop client. In this release, we also have easier profile creation, and we've enhanced the GMS server to be able to better serve the Outlook clients for scale and performance. If you want, you can also allow the Outlook mobile app to connect from an Android or an iOS device with the GroupWise as the backend. There's also been additional flagging changes to make the mobile client and the way it does flagging more consistent as you see it in other email clients. So those are releases coming out in the second half of 2015. Now let's just talk about what's on the radar. So to reiterate, our key objectives of this portfolio are to increase the release cadence in the collaboration portfolio. Want to show you that we're continuing to have investment and want to get value to you much quicker than we have in the past. To embrace and strengthen our communities and use those communities and customer data and enhancements from the Ideas portal to drive requirements. And to focus on those social business features that matter to our customers and deliver them to you. In conclusion, I just want to thank you for the time that you have given us to listen to this presentation and to understand our investment and our commitment to GroupWise and the collaboration portfolio. Thank you.